It's time again to do a little bit of math. Let's talk about the mitotic index. The mitotic index are the number of cells in a tissue which undergo mitosis, which divided by the total number of cells. Essentially, the mitotic index is a value, or you can compare it to a percentage of cells in a tissue that divide. Why is this important? I give you two possible explanations and you tell me which one's the correct one. Explanation number one is that IB invented the mitotic index so that you have a little bit more to study and there are more exam questions this way. Or the second possibility, of course, would be that doctors use the mitotic index to determine whether a tissue is a tumor. It forms tumors. Because in a tumor, many cells divide. So which one of these two would be the correct one? Well, over here we have not an animal tissue, but a plant tissue. In this case, these are the roots of an onion, and you see different nuclei over here, different cells. So that over here, this one over here is a cell, and there's a nucleus. And you see many dividing cells. This one over here is in prophase. This one is in prophase, a lot of prophase cells here. This one is in telophase. See the new cell plate being formed here? So that's the telophase. This one over here, that is anaphase. Here you also have something between telo and anaphase. I would say probably telophase. Anything else? This is again prophase over here. You get the idea, I hope. I don't see any metaphase. I don't see any metaphase cells over here. This one could be also a late telophase one. You still see some chromosomes in here. So this could be telophase. In any case, what you can do is you can count the total number of cells. I don't know, I think I counted 76 cells or so. And you also count the number of cells that undergo, this one is all prophase, that undergo cell division. And then you have a value. So you have to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cells. So the mitotic index is 9 cells divided by, I don't know, how many did you count? 76. You do the math, and that's basically the mitotic index. It's called MI. And if the ratio is, if there are many cells that undergo mitosis, then this, in an animal tissue, then this can be a sign that you have a tumor. But in plant roots, like for example, like this one, it's not uncommon to have a large number of dividing cells because it's a rapidly growing part of the plant. And that's already it. Okay, so the larger the mitotic index, the faster the tissue is growing because there are many dividing cells. And the mitotic index must of course be a value which is less than 1. So do not divide 76 by 9 because then you have a value which is larger than 1. So you have to divide the number of cells that undergo mitosis, which is of course less than the total number of cells, divided by the total number. Okay, so that's it, and I recommend if you have a permanent slide in your school lab with onion roots, and you're gonna see that. And then I think that's nice. That's a nice practical. You count a few hundred cells, you count them in rows, and you basically tell your partner interphase, anaphase, and so on, telophase, and then you can determine how many cells are currently dividing. And not only that, if you have many cells, for example, like over here, which are in prophase, then this indicates that prophase is quite long. And you have, of course, many cells over here in interphase, and interphase is the longest phase in the life cycle of a cell. It's not part of cell division, but it's in the whole life cycle. Interphase is quite long. That's why you see many cells which are in interphase. So this way you can also determine the relative length of the individual phases during the cell cycle. So that's it.